With a week of vacation left, Dad and I decided to take another trip back up to Michigan's Upper Peninsula for late archery season. With abnormally warm weather, we knew this trip wasn't going to be as good as it should be, but we were going to try anyways. Luckily, on the way up, we ended up getting some snow. Little did we know this was the most snow we were going to see all week.
Well, it's December 18th. Found this spot about an hour ago. We're up here in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. I ended up jumping 2 deer about 150 yards away. I figured this was a decent spot to set up. But we're up here just trying to get on some. So I'm going to do a little bit more searching tomorrow, but it's late archery season. And I'm as happy as can be. So we'll see what happens.
Well, so we went out, it's Tuesday morning right now. We went out, we had a little bit of snow, we figured we'd come out scouting because this is, after today, it's supposed to be up to like almost 40, the snow's going to be gone. So we've been driving around scouting, hopping in and out of the truck. Well, we ended up finding a really beat down trail in the snow, out here hunting, or out here scouting, and started to do a look around, and I mean, I've been mowing down on cough drops. So, other than that, you got a trail right here even too. So, I mean, there's a lot of activity in this area. So I think what happened is they all came down and all the deer from out around all consolidate down here for winter. So, to start.
Found some deer trails, some major deer trails. Walking through here, found some of these deer feeders.
Yeah, somebody's doing something.
Squirrel feeder.
But we're finding them.
Well, it's Tuesday, December 19th. It's about 4 o'clock right now. Got back out here to hunt. We spent so much time scouting this morning that we didn't get much for a rest time, so found quite a bit of deer, but we'll see what happens. So he's got deer. We seen like a 2.5-year-old white-headed deer, white rack buck. Wasn't real tall, but I mean he was wide. He was good looking. So hopefully he's got 3 points in one socket. But other than that, I've seen that by his spot, but my bait got hit, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited.
When this small doe came in, all she wanted to do was stare at my blind. It is common practice for the locals to put up ground blinds to hunt out of, so I believe they relate this to pressure. Unfortunately, this deer didn't like something and took off. Dad, on the other hand, ended up having some luck back at his blind. Look at you go.
Nice doe.
A big old doe. Jeez.
I'm kind of curious where it come out from.
Oh yeah, right frickin' double lung. High double lung. So she was angling away a little bit.
I was up here hunting with my son. This has been the 3rd year up here. And the first time I shot a UP doe, he was telling me how big they are. And they are huge. A lot bigger than I seen down where I live at. So, put a good shot on it. Only ran probably about, I don't know, 60 yards, and good blood trail and nice big doe I got out of this. Oh, it's gonna make some good jerky.
It's Wednesday, December 20th. Just got sat down. It's like 4 o'clock. I just got everything situated, came in nice and quiet. Must have been a little too quiet. I looked up and there was a doe, mature doe, standing here at about 40. Didn't even have my bow rope up. But hopefully it's not the only deer we see. I baited last night before I left after hunting. After seeing that doe. After that seeing the little one. And my bait's completely gone. Everything's gone. So they definitely found it. They're definitely eating it. Still haven't gotten over the cough, but decided to pick up the blind because that doe that came in was staring at the blind. So decided to pick up the blind when we baited this morning. I don't know, while sitting in the blind, that deer was right there. But when she was staring at the blind the entire time, my dad shot his doe, he said that they were staring at the blind the entire time. So, I don't know, we'll see. But I got a little funnel for them right before they come into the bait, so might be something where I can shoot them at 10 yards. That doe didn't seem to know that I was up in the air. So, I don't know, we'll see. Well, it's Thursday, December 21st. Probably our last evening sit we're gonna have. It's supposed to hunt a little bit tomorrow, but I gotta go and grab a trail cam, so probably not gonna hunt the evening sit. Just that way we don't get home at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, see what happens. We baited this Tuesday, and neither one of us has hunted this at all. So the deer's been hitting the bait, so hopefully everything goes good, wind's good. Well, hopefully everything goes good. Well, luckily I'm close to the truck, but my camera arm broke. I can't get that piece off to save my life. The whole entire plastic piece that I used to hold my phone broke. So I may have a spare in the truck, but I just can't catch a break this entire trip. I've been sick the entire trip, coughing. I don't know. It's been one of those years. That dark spot on the other side of the trees. I don't know if Bill pointed out. Right up there. That's actually a scrape. There's a rub over there too. And if you come back, there's a rub on that one too. So, I don't know, there's bug activity. We'll see.
I didn't end up seeing anything on that Thursday night hunt. I was in that area with all the trails and things like that we ended up seeing, but I think that because the temperature from the beginning of the week was, 30 to about 32 degrees, and then at the end of the week it was, almost 40, I just don't think that the urgency was there for the deer to come into the bait. And being that we were only up there for, 4 days, 5 days, it's just really hard to pinpoint the bedding when you're still trying to hunt at the exact same time. So I think that means I might have to drive up here come January, February, and try to get a good scouting mission in, especially if they get a little bit of snow and I can actually pinpoint where them bedding areas are. You know, something I'm not completely against, especially if I can learn something from it. But Friday morning, my dad ended up going and hunting the bait that I was previously hunting. Obviously didn't see nothing, but I ended up doing a long trek hike. I put up 2 cameras up there in August when I went up scouting. One was about 3/4 of a mile back. The other one was about a little over a mile and a half back. No 2 tracks, no real ways to get there, but both of them on bedding areas. And I had natural movement daylight bucks, and good bucks too. So something that's hard to learn, you know, especially when you're, you know, over 6 hours away from the place that you're hunting. But you know what, I wouldn't trade the big woods for anything. So no, all in all, pretty fun week. And I think next year we're gonna go up, you know, more towards mid-November. I've been seeing a little bit more peak sign come mid-November towards the rut, but you know, something we'll have to look at the trail cameras and dictate what we're gonna do. So other than that, that's the end of week 11, and you know, maybe we'll be able to get some more hunts in this year, but hopefully Christmas and New Year's ain't too much with the 2 boys, and got probably 4 or 5 Christmases this year. So I don't know, we'll see what happens, but I'll see you next time.